Hi there. Hi there. Good morning. Dave here from the Ozzy tribute band Madman's Diary. April 29th. God damn it. April 29th at the Delmar Hall, St. Louis, Missouri, delmarhall.com. Never above, never, ever above selfless promotion. April 29th, Delmar Hall. Giddy up. All right, so I'm pissed off. I know I don't look pissed off because I've got this shining smile this morning because I've come up with a better plan. Let me tell you about my plan. Say hello to my daughter. That's Evie. Yo. And my dog. That's Curbs, otherwise known as Little Jerry. So anyways, we've all been pissed off. We've all been frustrated. And the reason for this vlog this morning is this. We're going to change this, okay? I'm not, yesterday I made this fucking frantic post how I was pissed off and how it sucked giant cock, I think is my exact wording. It sucked giant cock to play in the St. Louis music circuit because of the politics. And yeah, I was a little pissed off. I'm a Dago. I'm Italian. I get pissed off and I fucking express myself. Okay, I'm sorry. Whoopsie. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck off. All right. So anyways, this is what's real. Okay. I'm not going to badmouth. And I said I was going to call some people out and, what am I going to call them out on? Being successful? That's not fair. They're doing what they do. I'm not going to call anybody out. What I am going to say is this. Jealousy. Just because somebody has a crap ton of success, there's a lot of people that are pissed off, frustrated, and truthfully, a human emotion, a human emotion, is jealousy. That is what it is, but let's take it and let's spin it around. Okay, because it's not fair for us to try to call somebody else out, be pissed off at them for their own success that they worked hard to achieve. And that's our ego being broken. We all have that. We're musicians. It's very normal for musicians to have egos. You have to think that you're better than the next guy, or you're not going to hit the stage and confidently run through what you do with conviction. Very healthy to have an ego, very healthy to have jealousy. You just have to know where to balance them and place them. I'm not going to call anybody out. What I am going to say is this. Small bands don't have the same opportunities that big bands have been lent. The big bands, they're great. They're great. All great players, run very successful for like 15, 20 years, dedicated in the trenches, doing what they do. They've become very successful. But I do believe that a big part of their success has been their availability of endless promotions. And I'll say this out loud. Radio. I am calling out radio. Why does St. Louis radio not get behind more people, more bands? We know that there are many talented musicians in this market, especially the tribute industry. So many great bands in St. Louis. We've been to other cities out touring and really, honestly, great bands in St. Louis that rival. There's very few rivals out there in other cities that are as good as some of the bands that we have here. So why are there not more very successful bands traveling regionally and playing big giant shows in St. Louis? And I'll just say this. It is because lack of promotions. If those entities, the big giant media entities out there, the effort forth to give these guys in St. Louis the same opportunities, we would have successful shows. That's what this is about, sharing the seeds of music promotion. Let's come forward and let's set a standard for ourselves collectively. You don't have to have an agent. What you need to have is officers. You have officers that are involved in the work, in the working, in the going on, the mechanisms, the gears that spin the whole thing. So you have people who have jobs inside of it. They're allocated certain things to do. So when there's a show, it's your show. It might be someone else's band, but it's your show because you own that the entity that is what we're talking about here. The entity that is the collective effort between the minds. The working minds run something efficiently. Abraham Lincoln coined the phrase, "A man who stops advertising to save money is a man who would stop a clock to save time." You cannot stop advertising any business. There's not just one or two or three or four or five bands in St. Louis that are great. I know 20 right now that deserve, that kick ass. So here's what I'm going to do. Us in Madman's Diary, I run most of the financing of the band. I do all the books. I manage it, do what I do. I'm not going to say we're incredibly successful, but I will say this. We usually run pretty successful campaigns and shows and have pretty decent numbers that show up through the door. But what happens a lot of times, even though my efforts, I might put in a shit ton of time at it, and I do. I contact a lot of buyers. I work with other bands that give me their contacts to call upon their buyers. I've met some really great people in this industry. There's power in numbers. That's ancient. That's ancient knowledge right there. There's power in numbers. If we all get together, collectively agree, collectively take this pile of money and make it for promotional needs for successful shows, then that's a recipe right there for success. You're going to have the funds that you need to produce a very successful show. Here's what I got, okay? In running our group, we save aside money. We use all of our t-shirt money to put right back into our t-shirts. We don't spend any of that. We just put it right back into that fund, and we grow that. We offer more products the next show, better products. We try to expand our line of merchandise. So we do that, and then we also take what I'll call mad money, and that's for advertising. Most of the time, the guys in my band don't know what's in this envelope, because if Scott Bushman knew, he would be borrowing it to buy more guitars. That's the truth. The guy's got like 15 guitars, and he needs like another one for something. So I think he matches his like underwear to his guitars or something. I'm not sure what he does there, but whatever. That's his thing. And anyways, this money, the mad money right here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this mad money. I leave it in a sealed envelope so that I don't spend it. See, we all have our indifferences. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $1,000. 1,000. Okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm putting up a challenge. I want to form combined efforts. I'm going to have a meeting once a month, and I'm going to ask people to join. I'm going to ask you to bring forward money to join. What we're going to do is we're going to take that pile of money. We are going to promote your next show with that money. I'm taking my $1,000 right here, and I'm laying it forward to it. If you believe that you have a great product, that you can have successful shows, end of the day, you actually get paid for what you do. Imagine that. You're not going to walk away with $100. You're going to walk away with $400 or $500. That's what successful shows are. You don't go out and do shows for $1,200. That's fucking ridiculous. That is a beat up market. We're going to change this market in St. Louis for our select group. You want to join this group? Do you believe in what you do? You bring your money forward. You invest it. Combined efforts. That's what we're going to do. Each and every one of us, you're going to get into the trenches with me. We're all going to collectively have a job to do. We're going to assign things for you to do inside of what we are collectively doing. So 10, 20, 30 of us are now going to be at the helm of changing the way we promote our bands. Do you really think that we could fail? I don't think so. Failure is not an option. Ever an option. We never accept anything less than successful shows. You're going to be in the trenches of changing how we promote these shows and your number at the end of the day. How many hours do you really put into rehearsing? How many thousands of dollars do you have in gear? Goddamn, I know personally, I don't even know how much I have invested in playing music. How much? I mean, God, I got like 8 guitars sitting behind me. another 3 or 4,000 in computers. This microphone's $2,000. GoPros, freaking buses, videos, video machines, video screens, editing software. My God, I have no idea. Then I look at Scott Bushman, my guitar player. The guy's probably got $30,000 invested in his rig. So why should you not make $400 or $500 a show? Why should you not make $1,000 a show? Let's change this. So if you believe in what you do, we're going to collectively throw this into a pile, and we are going to do some serious goddamn promotions. We're taking on the market, and we're going to change it. Rock the fuck on.